Hey, happy Wednesday, Capricorns. What time is it? What time is it? That's right, it's tea time with Brenna. So, have yourself a beverage, relax. I'm going to play the Crystal Sound Healing Singing Bowl. It's a heart chakra one. And, hold on, take a sip of tea. Hilariously, not hilariously enough, the video turned off in the middle of recording your reading, but awesome enough was that I didn't reshuffle everything that came out of the deck. It is intact, so I'm able to pretty much remember and tell you everything that came out in the reading because it came out pretty good. It came out pretty good. I do want to say please like and subscribe. The more subscribers that I get, I gotta get to 1,000 so I can go live. So help a girl out. Tips and donations. There is a link in the description box below for PayPal and Cash App. And personal readings. To book a personal private reading, I do that on Instagram chat face to face. And to book a personal reading, my email, you can contact my email first in order to set it up. I feel that way is a little bit safer, possibly. I'm trying to protect people from the scammers. Scammers will contact you first. Readers will never contact you first. You have to contact them. So that's kind of a rule of thumb on the scammers. And so this is also Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs. And cross watchers who are nosy about their Capricorn person. So that's what's up. Welcome. So let's see. In the first spread, we had Four Swords. And if I'm not mistaken, Four Swords was upright. It was. You have the Tower. The Devil was in reverse. The Eight of Wands. The Page of Wands, the Nine of Swords reversed, the Five of Wands reversed, Page of Pentacles. So, in this reading, I don't want to be insensitive because when I did it the first time, I probably, was a little bit more emotionally connected to it. So it's kind of repeating it. It may, hopefully doesn't sound cold because, the first thing that shows up is that there was, within the last couple of weeks, there was a recent breakup in regards to somebody was cheating on you. And that's why I don't want to sound cold, because that's definitely a painful ending for you. And the Four of Swords shows that you're in a depressed state of mind at this point in time. Maybe just lacking a little energy, maybe just wanting to be alone, not wanting to go out. Not severely depressed, but just kind of down and out and bummed, And I do want to put my heart out to you because that's a bad position to be in, for sure. It is. But, I feel like with the Devil card, you dodged a bullet. I feel like this person in the past kind of does this to everyone, gets them all excited for something, and they start getting into a relationship, and then they start something new. So they kind of... anyone pays them attention, any way the wind blows, they're just easily diverted from, their attention's just diverted, they're a cheater. Let's just be like what it is. They're not a trustworthy human being, and the sooner the better. I think you've been with him shortly. I don't think more than 6 months, which is good. I feel like you live with your kids alone. I don't feel like you live with this person. So even when the Tower hit, it wasn't a big situation of where's this person going to live because they ain't living here. Yeah, this person, basically you dodged a bullet. So when God removes something from your life, it's definitely for a reason. It's, so in some ways be grateful that it didn't last longer, or they didn't move in, or it wasn't more substantial. It came, it went, and you're doing well with it though. You are actually doing well with it. You're healing nicely. nicely. The second part of this first spread was also what's going on is part of your healing is you're starting to talk to your kids a little bit more. Maybe this is because your kids are older, or you can also be really good at watering down, adult stuff for kids. For example, I once had to tell my 4-year-old, what happened to this person that was in a picture on my dresser? What happened to Ryan? And I said, oh gosh, so he's 4. And I said he took too much medicine, and the doctor did not prescribe this medicine, and he passed away. He died, I think he knew he was dead, and he asked how he died, and that was the way I explained an overdose, was that, in 4-year-old terms. So there was a book I read called How to Talk So Your Child Will Listen, How to Listen So Your Child Will Speak, and I took a whole class on it, and I wholeheartedly think it's one of the most important parenting books that exist in the world. And I'm saying this because up in your spread comes your children. I feel like there's two children. They come up in your spread, and I feel like they're over 6, but I don't know. They could be in high school. I don't know, but they still live with you. And I think a lot of times you tend to keep your love life problems to yourself, or your any personal problems to yourself. And in the book, and as well as I'm just going to say, it's good to talk about what you're feeling on the inside, and if to your children. And that's the part of the whole entire book, is if you talk about what's going on with you and not burdening them, not throwing all your problems on them. I mean, just speaking so they know what's going on with you in whatever, in whatever language that you need to put it into for the age group. And if you talk to them about what is going on with your feelings, what's going to happen is they'll talk about what's going on with their feelings. And I have your youngest is definitely going through some depression. So if you start talking to them, I'm going to say to her, which is interesting, but it could be either. But you start opening up and talking about your, hardships or things that have gone on in the past, or what's weighing heavy on your heart. They'll open up and start talking about what's weighing heavy on their heart, and that's such a relief for them, an emotional connection for the both of you, and it's so helpful in this child dealing with whatever they're going through, and they'll tell you what they're going through. That's making them feel depressed and down and out. And I'm sure you've noticed, but and then maybe you've even asked, but I don't think people. It's a thing. If you open up, I open up. So it's a give and take thing. So it's not wrong to talk about your problems to your children. It's just how you do it. Definitely you're not dumping your problems on them. You're not crying. You're not throwing emotion. You are calmly explaining what's been going on and why you're feeling a certain way. And then in return, they open up and they tell you. So, like I was trying to say before I got cut off in the last video, I don't want to do the parenting preaching bullshit, but I do. But I also feel that in the past, you and the kids, both of your kids, have had a lot of disagreements with the 5 of Wands, and I feel like a lot of disagreements do occur because you keep your feelings to yourself. Now, when you do that with adults, nobody cares, nobody knows, nobody wants to know. But if you remember back to your childhood, when you open up to somebody, if you remember back to any time in your life, when you open up to somebody, they're going to open up to you back. It's just the rule of thumb, just the way it goes. So I feel like in holding back your emotions from anybody, and especially your kids, maybe trying to protect them from not knowing, or they don't need to hear my burdens, and holding back your feelings, there's pent up feelings in you, and they don't understand why, and you're not connecting. So there's been quite a few arguments throughout this relationship because you've been burdened throughout this relationship and you're not opening up to anybody about it. And if I'm saying this, the kids must be old enough to have some concept, like at least like 6 years old, some concept of what's going on around them. So, yeah, there's that. So this will resolve a lot of conflict if you continuously keep your heart open, keep your line of communication open, say what's on your heart in a very calm manner. Don't dump emotions on them, but let them know where you're coming from. You open up, they open up. So that's basically the gist of how to talk so your kids will listen, how to listen so your kids will talk. So that's not parenting, preaching garbage, but that's what came out on the cards, so it's there, So, but I feel like you have a really good relationship with your children. You've lived alone with your children for quite a while. I don't know where dad is, but dad's not in the picture, so I don't know. I think, but I think in that situation of living with your kids, you know, definitely everybody being open and on the same page, knowing each other's business is actually really a good thing. We did talk about what happened in your past. You know, you've been cheated on, and you're healing from that. And I wanted to see what was coming in new, so I took out this spread. I kept the cards, not even on by accident. Like, I usually shuffle them back in the deck. And then when I got up to end the Capricorn reading, I was like, that whole thing didn't freaking record. Oh my God. Of course it didn't. But I'm learning about technology. I guess I had a whole bunch of files in the trash, but needed to delete the trash. Yeah, I'm learning, but just so I kept the cards. I love the cards that came out for your the next love that's coming into your life. This is why I'm so glad I actually didn't shuffle them back in the deck, and I do still have them, and I'm gonna run with them. Okay, now I'm obviously not sure how the hell I worded it, but what do we got? We got the Hangman. We got the Three of Cups. We got the Seven of Cups. We got the Magician in reverse. The Ten of Cups. The Eight of Cups reversed. The Three of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. If you didn't hear anything in the whole last sentence, you heard cups 7 times-ish. So, a lot of love coming in. I mean, that's, first of all, that's great. But also, I want to say, with all those cups, I feel like the next person coming into your life, or that's supposed to be a part of your life, and water goes good with earth, is a water sign. And you're an earth sign, of course. Water being Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. If not their sun sign, heavy placements in their chart. So you can always look that up on a free astrology website. You know, just plug in information, what you got, and see what comes up for sun, moon, Venus, rising. You know, there's other placements as well, but your most important are sun, moon, Venus, or rising. And those are your heavy placements. And so this person that is meant for you, is your person, is Knight of Cups coming right, like there's a person coming at you. So your person is heavy water in their chart. I'm willing to bet with all these cups that they're sun signs. Water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So what I got is literally, there is a get together, and we're at the end of September, and I want to say in the next 2 months, so from here to Thanksgiving, there is a nice get together kind of thing going on with friends. It's not a family thing. You don't want to find a lover at a family gathering. I'm so funny. A gathering of friends, and this gathering of friends could be some kind of reunion of sorts, or somebody's birthday, big birthdays coming up, 30, 40, 50, whatever. It's a gathering of friends. Everything's in the upright, so it looks like a good time. Let me see. Now, what was exciting about this is that there's 7 of cups. Now, this means you have a lot of choices. So, at this particular party, you're going to be getting and exchanging phone numbers, social media accounts, whatever we do nowadays, right? At the party, because there's at least 7 different people interested in you. And this is so exciting, coming from a place of where you kind of got your heart broken, and you've done the healing. I saw the Four Swords in the original spread. You've done the healing and the praying and the meditating and getting yourself back together, and now you're kind of getting ready for something new, and 7 new people are interested, so you're manifesting really well. You don't realize it, or you do realize it. There's big manifestation for a soulmate coming in with 7 different options. So do be picky. I always let my heart decide. I don't know if that's genius or not. Don't necessarily make a heart over head decision. Don't necessarily make a head over heart decision. But use your discernment, because you've got a lot of options to choose from for your next relationship. Again, if they are a water sign, feel eager to cozy up to a water sign, because there's just so much water here. It's amazing. It's a long-term situation. I feel like you're going to feel it in your heart talking about cups and water and emotions. I feel like this should maybe it will be a heart overhead decision. You'll just know and you'll feel it. Out of all the other options, there'll be one person who just goes, "Oh wow, they're floating my boat. They're floating my boat." It's my favorite saying. What the fuck? I don't know. But also, the funny thing is, at this gathering of friends at this reunion, of course, with a lot of planets being in retrograde, you've got Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Mercury is like a pre-shadow. It's going to be going in soon. And then Mars and Venus are both going into retrograde. So at the point over the next couple of months, so many things will be in retrograde, for you, that things are coming up from the past. So there might have been the people coming at you as far as like love interests are people that might have had a spark with you, but they were in a relationship, or there was a spark with you, but you were in a relationship, or and it could even be an ex. If it was years and years ago, it feels like some kind of reunion of friends of getting together from the past. And I feel like it could even be a possible ex that, an ex from 2 months ago? No, it's not. But an ex from 2 years ago, 5 years ago, there's been so much growing and healing on both parts as you've been apart that it's possible to come back together with an ex, because again, all these people are people from your past. You've known them, you've seen them, and you may either be their love interest, a spark, or they are an actual ex. Do not necessarily count out an ex who possibly you both grew up, you both learned your lessons, and it's been a while since you've been a part of each other's life, and so don't necessarily discount an ex. Yeah. So definitely like a return of somebody into your life. So it's not, I don't feel like this is a brand new person, basically, is what I'm saying. I do feel like there's a good friendship, at least with this, and maybe a flirty friendship had you guys been in different relationships and weren't really supposed to be flirtatious, but it was a flirty friendship, a little spark that you couldn't really act on. That's what I really feel. But because of that, that's a solid past foundation to build upon. So because a lot of people, make the mistake of jumping into the sexual part of a relationship before, building that foundation of friendship and the psychological bonds and the bonds that need to be there, that are your long-term, long-lasting bond, and I think this is where we're headed. I've got the Ten of Cups on the board. My Ten of Cups is happy family. This is longevity. This is my person. This is my forever person. No matter, legally married, not legally married, you're at least living together as a forever person with this person. So you've manifested well, and like I was trying to say, you've got a good foundation for a relationship already put in place. I don't see any wands on this spread. They're all cups, so I'm feeling a real emotional connection going on. I don't feel like there's jumping into sex on either end. I mean, now if there's not sparks and attraction, I mean, the Nine of Cups is on board, I do feel like there's definitely romance, which is exciting. It's more romance than sexual. Not to say the sexual component isn't there, but a lot of times it's only a sexual component, and there is no romance part, and they're getting to know each other, and the emotional part of it, the heart part of it. This is so beautiful. It will make you thank God for unanswered prayer. Thank God that last relationship didn't work out, no matter how it ended, which was pretty crappy the way it ended. But no matter how it ended, it had to end, and it had to end for better things to move in. If it didn't end, this person wouldn't have been able to enter your life at this friend get-together kind of thing. And now you're free, you're single, you're wide open for it, and it's coming at you. I got the goosebumps. It's going to be so blessedly beautiful. So Capricorn, that is your reading. So like it, love it, lump it, or hate it, there it is. Have yourselves a great, what day are we on? I always know what sign we're on, because there's some readers who will slip up the sign, but I never know what day we're on. I'm going to go with Wednesday because it took me a minute. Okay, have yourselves a great Wednesday morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you see this video. It's meant to be. So, Caps, my dudes, have a great day.